you can see heavy metal damage in the face. In fact, you can actually see a lot of things that are happening in the body just on someone's face. So today I'm going to be vulnerable and share my own face and some of what you can see there and a bit of my story in regards to that. So as I've been seeing myself in a video format, it makes a reversal of the picture. And so instead of seeing myself the way I see myself in the mirror every day, I see it superimposed. I see it cross-referenced, kind of opposite for myself. And that, it's like when you look in the mirror, your brain is so used to that image that it's correcting for certain things. Whereas when you see it opposite, it's almost like the corrections your brain has been making for the image are actually going in the wrong direction, so it can be even more extreme looking to your own brain. But it's been interesting because I've been learning about more facial reading and body reading. And so when I started seeing myself, I was like, oh my gosh, that is happening in my own face. And so again, I'm going to vulnerably share and take you through a few of the things I see. So right now, if you watch my mouth, you can start to see or start to notice that my teeth are more visible on the top on one side than the other. There is, what I most want to point out today is basically a heavy metal damage, or what some people call a vaccine damage. And you can see a fall in my lip on that side. I guess that's my left side. And it's pretty dramatic. You can also see it in my eye. One of these eyes is higher. This one seems higher, right? If you drew a line across, this eye is fallen, and this side of my lip is fallen. If there's a fall, which you can see in a lot of people if you start looking for it. It's so dramatic to me if I'm looking at it right now. My lip is literally like, there's a swirl going like that. And I'm curious about when did that happen in my life, because I don't think it was always there. To me, it looks like I almost have like a slight palsy, a slight Bell's palsy, like a slight paralysis on one side. It's a droop, and it has to do with the vagus nerve, which runs through there. Several nerves run through there, but I think it's the vagus nerve specifically that has to do with this fall. And they're calling it, it's actually a book called Crooked, where they show a baby, with this dip, and it happens a lot of times from vaccines. And I'm curious about tracking in my life, when did this happen? Because I had a pretty significant hit and damage when I was a teenager, actually. So it was like I was doing sort of okay throughout my childhood, even though you could tell that maybe my liver was stressed and that maybe my bucket was getting close to full. But it wasn't until I was a teenager, made some bad moves, and one of those bad moves was receiving a couple shots of this weapon called Gardasil, and I lost capabilities in my brain. I lost my ability to do math, which I had been really good at. I lost some of that problem-solving area of my brain, and again, they're designed, and the way heavy metal exposure works is it doesn't, and immune sort of destruction, it usually shows up over a long period of time. There were other factors too, like my chlorine exposure, my malnutrition, and stress in other ways that contributed. And then I also was an ambitious world explorer, and I went to a lot of other countries, and so I also received during that same period of time, which was like 16, 17, 18 years old, I also received all of the tropical vaccinations. And so all of that just became, it really tipped me over the edge. And I wasn't ever the same after that. And that was the beginning of my descent into severe chronic illness, which I'm still coming out of, but making really amazing progress today. And so I just wanted to show you this damage that you can see on my face. And I want to document this moment because I am pretty confident that I will be able to make progress with this, especially since I now have a more direct heavy metal targeted program happening. So yes, I wanted to reveal myself to you if you can't already tell, and share that there's a lot of other things you can see in the face. Sometimes eye tracking can be off when there's heavy metal issues. The white part, the sclera, can also be discolored, more gray. You can also see different things like liver and kidney issues in a lot of the lines in the face. And I don't know if you can see these, but definitely liver there. So check out some of the rest of my channel. There is a bio video telling what this channel is about at the main page, so go check that out.